Hey folks, Fat Guy Flies RC. Well, stuck one in on you. This is the DURAFly Slowpoke hobby. This is the third time I've had, the second time I've had the red one. I had the blue one when it was first released 6-7 years ago. Got it again because my second red one, a club member, I really wish I hadn't sold. A club member really wanted it, and he was a new guy and he wanted to learn on low wings. I said, well, this is a great low wing. So I sold it to him. But then I missed it, of course, like I do with a lot of my planes I sell. And Hobby King had a sale at the beginning of this year of 24. This one normally 169. They had on sale for like 109 or 113. So I jumped on it, and this is the Maiden on it. The only thing I've modded is I've added a little scarf to the pilot because that just looks right. I did not put the wires. I put them on the tail, but I didn't put them on the wing. They're just ornamental anyways. They really don't have any real structure, but I left them on the wing because they were easy to install on the wing or on the tail. Run a runner in my low rates of 80% over 30% expo all the way around, and then we may go to hide rates after I fly around for a little bit. I've got a AR410 antenna spectrum receiver, no gyro, simple 4-channel plane, very hard wheels. But this is one of the planes I learned to fly to land low wings on. So timer set for 5.5 minutes. Right, left, up, down, right, left. Got a 3S 2700 Hobby Star all the way forward. And I don't even know where the CG is. I think it's about 2 inches in from the front of the wing. I love that scarf though. Just a nice classic looking plane. I think this plane actually may really exist in real life. I don't know. Just a old era type plane, old school kind of plane. So if I remember right, a slowpoke is not necessarily slow. Whoa, she definitely needs up trim. Yeah.
Time remaining 5 minutes.
I got too much. This is the maiden flight, so I'm adjusting my up trim and down trim to get her just the way I like her. Still a little too much up. Not a breath of wind today, so perfect time to trim a plane. I think I'm getting it now. Still a little too much up.
Time remaining.
There we go. Good looking plane. All right, try high rates now.
High rates 100.
My mid rates are 90.
Time remaining 3 minutes.
I'll go back to low.
Low rates 80.
My low rates are 80% over 30% expo. My mid are 90 over 30. And my high are 100 over 30. think I'm like an 80. Great low wing. If you're wanting to get into an inexpensive low wing, very stable airframe. A little knife edge here. Very nice. I'd forgotten how good this little plane flies.
Time remaining 2 minutes. Mid rate, high rates 100.
All right, let's try high rates. Yeah, should get a little crazy on you. But what this plane really does excel at, and given the name, slowpoke. Got that big old wide wing, a little bit of hedral in it. Kind of a point and shoot kind of plane.
1 minute.
See if we can't do a touch and go. I'm liking her. Fun little plane. Plant her in the grass. I like the scarf. Like I said, I added a scarf to him.
30 seconds.
Because it just made sense to me. Now you're going along in the grass like this. You want to make sure you have your tail, or elevator all the way up.
20 seconds.
There. Take off and landing in the grass.
10.
Whoa. Alright, we can do better than that.
Greg, land the plane now. Your fun is over.
Yeah, I heard my timer. It said, Greg, land your plane now. Your fun is over. Love that scarf. Look how that scarf just flutters in the prop wash.
Prop is secured. Safe to approach.
All right. I love my call outs for that.
Motor is armed. Be careful.
Okay. And then for prop off.
Prop is secured. Safe to approach.
All right. We were 27 seconds over.
Timer reset.
Okay, on a 5.5 minute timer, so basically 3 seconds shy of 6 minutes of solid flying. This is the DURAFLY Slowpoke. And you don't have to worry about a zip mod or anything. All you do, he is securely, for pulling the hatch off, strong magnets, but he is bolted in. You just grab his little head. To show you my setup inside, very simple. Like I said, it's just a 4-channel plane. You have to put some Velcro and shove your battery all the way forward to get good CG. And like I say, CG, I'm assuming is 2 inch. I didn't read the manual. I ain't gonna lie to you. It didn't come with you. You gotta look up online. But she seems to fly just fine with a big 2200, 2700 all the way forward, which is what I've got. XT60 connector, and there, got my finger on it, is the AR410 antennaless receiver. So she just simply bolts together on the wings. Now this is, I didn't do a video on putting her together and unboxing. Unboxing is pretty simple. I mean, it's very simple. Everything's protected. But with building this plane, this actually takes a long time to build this plane in reference to foamy builds. Every single control surface, you have to install your push rod or your control arms. 4 screws sandwiched in, and I like to put a dab of glue to hold them in nice and tight. The wing has a long wooden wing spar that is already one piece, and it goes the entire length. It goes all the way almost to the end of the wing. So very stiff wing. I could have took an hour out of the build if I wasn't messing around with these wires. I decided just not to do them. Like I say, they're not necessary for the flight anyways. They're just ornamental. Then the landing gear bolts on. Just make sure your tail wheel lines up right. You can just knock my audio off of my wing. Just make sure your tail wheel lines up with your rudder. There's a quick connect, adjustment rod in there, or they give you a little Allen wrench, and you can adjust your wheel to make sure it's locked in nice and straight with a rudder. And these tires have a small amount of give, but they're fairly tough, fairly strong, or fairly firm. The ESC is just flopping around, so I actually hot glued it to the side of the thing. And probably shouldn't hot glue it, but I did. 51%. So after flying for 6 minutes, 51%, you could easily set your timer for 8 minutes and come back with probably a good storage rate of 30% on your battery. The prop is already painted. The ESC was perfectly calibrated. I mean, I have immediate throttle response, and the prop was already balanced. I had it balanced perfectly, and the paint was already applied to the end of the props on both sides, so that's nice. I did have to go in here. These dummy engine cowls, they were very loose. You pull the 2 screws out, take them apart, glue them back in together, and actually glue them in place and put the screws back in, and now they're nice and solid. Otherwise you get a lot of rattle because they were very loose. But for $109 of what it was I paid, I'm very pleased. One thing you can do, I've seen done, is people take a Coke bottle or a soda bottle, cut out a little windshield and add that to it. I didn't. Thought about it, but I didn't. But there you go. That is the DURAFly Slowpoke from Hobby King. Great flying plane. That was the maiden flight. Like I said, I've flown this before. Great. If you're wanting to get into a low wing, this makes a great inexpensive low wing. You put a gyroed receiver in here, a beginner could learn how to do low wings on this very easily. All right, well folks, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. God bless y'all. God is good, and that is the DURAFly Slowpoke. Don't forget, faith, family, and friends, and Slowpokes. Bye-bye.